Alright, I try to explain the terms that are related to the preprocessor module and post-processor module. Now, let's discuss one by one the options that are available in the STKO, and we'll try to cover the details one by one and try to go in a detailed manner in the discussion in this video series. So, the first thing that is available here, this option, it is in this ribbon, it is called Home option, and in the Home option we have various kind of details that are available here, and we should explore one by one everything that are present in this uh, modeling environment, right? So this is something which we should be careful about by starting working on environment. So this is related to creation of the document, editing of the document, and saving the pre and post processor document, as well as opening the documents here. And we have options available in these details. So this is related to the preprocessor. These options you can look at here. And if we switch to the post processor, we can see here we have something new that is called DB, database, right? And since we don't have any database available with us, so we only left it with these options: new, open, save as, and open, reload, and close database. So if I switch to the preprocessor, we have some more options available with us, and we can see here now that what we can do with these options that are available here. So the first thing is to create a new document. You need to select on the new. It will ask you if you have something in your document and you want to use them, then I think you should save them. If you don't want to save them, um, then you should be careful about it in saving these options. So let's cancel this out. Let's say I want to create a new document, right? And it will take some time. And after this, we can create a new document in the STKO process. So back in the previous videos, if you notice, I have fetched off the terminal. Now it is loading the external server for the OpenSees that is available in these options, and we can see here the details that are available in this environment. So in the as I mentioned in the previous videos, that this is the front end program that is developed for the OpenSeas coding in language, which is in the back end of this program here. So when we select this new file option that was selected here, uh, we noticed that this new command, new pre-document, is activated here. So this pre-document command, what does it mean? New mean a new generated, pre mean pre-processor, and document mean document here. So a new pre-processing document with the name of untitled is saved here. Yeah, generated here. So after this, a Python interface initialization, which is document-wise, is activated here in this environment. And when that code is activated here, it will create a proforma for the language that we are trying to embed through the STKO front end environment with the Python interface of the new document in the back end of this coding environment. So it is giving us these initializing Python interface of new document command here, and these lines shows that the developer have included these as a print command to break through and make it more sensible. So after this, an OpenSees solver is loaded externally, and in the back end, as soon as we save the file and we do some working with it and pre-processing it, we will generate a tickle environment. And for tickle, you need to have installed the tickle software in your document. So this was related to the pre-processing, and if I switch to the post-processing module and I create a new document and I say no, then you can see here we have this command new post document. We cannot create a new document at this stage, but because we don't have any ODB available uh, associated with it, but we can see here that Python interface initialization is activated, and for new document it is activated. After OpenSees, we can see set context post processor. So this is a command that it is using in the back end of this interface, and when the command is activated, it is ended with the same name because it shows that it is successfully activated, and now it's the status of the new command post for the checking of the status. So it means that no post document is activated here. So that's how it shows you the difference between the understanding of these command environments in this initialization technique here. You can further Google about understanding the post command and pre command and the analysis interface. If I switch to this Google Chrome, I can now see what is going on in the model. Let's close this one. We don't need this one at this stage because every software has its own options. So, uh, okay, and let's look into this command here. The previous file that I did was imported from the environment. So we have this command that is activated here, new post command or new free command. So uh, in the terminal, we are now looking into these the history of this geometry, set context, preprocessor. This is the option, right? So if you don't understand them, you can copy them and paste it in your uh, environment and then write OpenSees, right? So this is the procedure, and when you click on it, you can study about the detail of the output in your environment. So you can open this environment here and you can understand the detail of the modeling commands about these understandings and the output and input processors. So in order to understand all these environments, this is the procedure. You have to get these commands and study about the details using the the same way that I showed you here, and you can find out the relevant document according to your presentation. So the thing is, uh, in terminal, you should understand that what is going on behind the scene of the graphical user interface that you are using. So if you don't have any experience of the OpenSeas, I think it will be difficult for you to understand these processes. However, let's go to the discussion of the new document. So I generated new document. If I have any existing document, I can open them, right? And since I don't have any existing document at this stage, so I should cancel it. If I want to save this current document, so then I should go to the main toolbar, and inside the home, I will click on the save. So the save as document will the save will already save this document, right, with this extension. SCD. So S here S stand for STKO, CAE, C stand for CAE, and D stand for document. So this is STKO CAE document, right? STKO computer aided engineering document here. So this is something I should remind you about the nomenclature, right? So this is the nomenclature that is available, and let's save it with. I don't want to go into the detail because it's a basic file discussion, and before going into detailed analysis, I want to make sure that the interface is clearly explained in the navigation and it's easy for you to follow the video series. Okay, so similar to save, if you already have saved this document, notice here at this terminal window, if you have saved this document and you click on the save file, it will repeat the same document and it will show you that it is up to date here. If you again save it, it will give you the same options that is available here. If you want to click on the save as, so with save as, it will give you another option to um, save it with the new name here. This is the interval. If you, as I mentioned here, this is for the auto save. If you are on and on saving your editing your document, I do not recommend the autosave interval because you may lose your data, and if you are not able to understand what you have done previously, then this autosave will ruin your working environment. However, if you are trying to make it easier for yourself to just not lose all your changes, then I think you should use the save interval. The best way to do is, if you which I also recommend, is when you do work for approximately 20 to 30 options, uh, and you have those editing options, and then I think you should save it with this way. Now I save it with nav 1, navigation 1, navigation 2. So I can save it with by navigation 3 after some time when I'm okay with the changes, right? But in case if I want to auto save it, then I don't recommend the auto save option to any of the user. But the best way to do is to enable it, right? And after enabling, uh, try to make it a habit to save as after some time. So this is for 3. Then after some time, I will save it with for 4, and so on. So personally, I don't use this, and I think it's the best way to go with this option available here. F4 will hide everything, right? And similarly, you can show them in your organ environment. After that, file is discussed, autosave is discussed. Then we have this undo and redo command here, right? We have this undo and redo command here. So if I go to geometry and create a line, right? So before that, I will make it visible here, right? And in the input, I will first use the points here, right? So 0, 0, 0, right? And 0, 10, 0, and press uh, escape here. So let's I did it in y-axis, right? I want to create delete it here. Let's just delete it quickly and create a new line. The first syntax will be like this: 0 0 0. Okay, then next one will be 0 0 100, for example. So this is the nomenclature x, y, and z. So x is the red color that is shown here in the options. Y is the green color and Z is the blue color. So when I click on it and then I click right, so I got this option here. When you are working with relative terms in your geometry and you want to make it easier for yourself, I recommend you to use third-party CAD software or do scripting in your environment. I try to include scripts, that how to include scripts in your STKO environment and use them in your analysis to make the modeling environment very easy for yourself. Um, I remember, for example, if I look at the history of this command here, I put two commands here for the uh, nodes here. Uh, right? If I want to include another line here, and I want to make a frame here. So, for example, if I make it 5000, right? So that is already specified here, and I put uh, 50, right? Then 0, and in Z direction I make it 100, and then right click. So although I generated this frame, but it's very difficult. For example, if I want to create, I want to make a two bay frame, a single bay two stories frame here, and I want to make another command here. So it will be very difficult for me. So in order to avoid this, third party application is really useful for us. And you can then use them in your analysis. So for example, I can call it left side uh, column, right? And I call it right side column, and I will include another line here. So this one will be x will be 0, y will be 50. Okay, x will be 0, y will be 0. Uh, uh, I got confused. X is 0, y is 0, uh, z is 100, right? And similarly, x is 100, y is 0, z is 100. Sorry, I should. Okay, so let's undo this. So I did not explain the undo command, so that is explained here as well. Let's go back to the generation of the line here, right? And if I want to create a line here, so x will be 0, right? Y will be 0, z will be 100. Next line will be x will be 50, y will be 0, z will be 100, and I will click on right to activate this command here. So this is now top story B, right? And if I generate another command here that is at the mid of this section, I want to create something like this, right? So what I will do here, I will make something like this. Let's say I want to make it another line here. So for which x will be 0, y will be 0, z will be 50. Similarly, x will be 50, y will be 0, z will be 50 here. So by right click, I generated this here. Now I have these commands here, and I can show here that if you look at the point coordinate IDs here, you can now understand what is going on in this model. Right. So these are various options, and then if you go to undo and redo, this that was the main purpose that I was trying to demonstrate, that how the undo and redo work here. So the CAE redo and undo command works in the same way. Then if I want to hide everything, I can select on it, show everything. If I want to hide them from the perspective of user eyes, you can look at here. So, and if you want to hide something and select it, then you can do it in this way. And I explained this these options in the quick access toolbar here as well. So let's go to the front view. You can see here now what's going on in this model. So this is about the navigation of the details that are available, and you can work with it. Right. So it's very basic, right? Um it's very basic, and we can look at the vertices, vertex 0, vertex 1, right? That we have defined these in this manner. Edge 0, it has 0 edges, right? And all these details are associated with it. So I will try to explain everything properly and in this way, but making it a more simplified manner. So, if we are working with the post processor module, so with post processor module, if we save this file, it will be, for example, if we want to save this model, so we uh, got this STKO post processing document, right? So, in the post processor interface, whenever you uh, open the post processor module that is present here, you will get something like this in the command save post document and set context post processor, right? So just focus here. For example, if I new file name is empty, so that's why it's not saved. If I As soon as I click on the preprocessor, uh, you should be very careful about giving attention to this region, that the context is for the set context for the preprocessor. And when I go to the post processor, so set context is for the post processor. So in the back end, these commands are playing an important role, and in this, that's why the developer have made it easier for the understanding of the naming of the extension. So SPED file will be the extension for the post processor that we are using, and it will stand for STKO post processing document. So like in the preprocessor interface, to save the current document, you can use the main toolbar to select, right? And then save. And if you want to create another file, another ODB database, sorry, not ODB, DB, then you can save it with this option that is available in the OpenSees here. Anyways, this is a very interesting discussion. Let's jump to the database. So before that, let's try to save this. So uh, make it navigation for that SPD, right? Uh, and if I open the database, you can see here that we have another option called MPCO option, right? So basically, when we are working with the home section in the post processor module, we get with these file extensions, right? So this is related to the MPCO and the current version of the STKO3. It's made it easier for us to select any kind of files along with MPCO files to get benefit from this. And we can create various kind of we can open various kind of the databases with different extension like .h5, the original extension of HDF5 files, and the MPCO recorder database type. So Details are given in the official website of STKO. However, it's very easy for you now to follow in this way all these commands here. So you can play with these documents in this way. Similarly, if we switch to the plot modules, I will not discuss them because it's not uh, possible to do this without a explicit MPCO file. However, we can create plot group and delete plot group. Similarly, we can get the deform shapes, surface plots, volume, etc. And we can delete the plots and show these are the same visualization modules we used in the preprocessor. And in the preprocessor module, we can extract chart data, we can delete chart data, and we can delete charts. All these options I will discuss when I do a particular project in the OpenSees environment. So let's jump back to the preprocessor module and let's see what's going on in the model. So um, this one is explained in a very detailed option, and now I should switch to the geometry, and in the geometry I will discuss everything that I'm trying to do here, right? So these are for the exchange, these are for the query geometry, right? Delete options, move, copy, rotate, scale, mirror, explode, everything that we are using here. We cannot explode it here because we have a single file here only. If we want to make compound, right, we can now do it, and if we select it, we can explode it here, right? So these are the options that I'm trying to switch into in the next video. So this is not a very detailed course, but only an introductory series. So if in case you are trying to understand the STKO environment for OpenSeas, my aim is to complete this introductory series, and then I will try to explain the basics of the OpenSeas, and then I will switch into a detailed analysis procedures that how you can use the software and get benefit from it. Thank you so much for watching.